Okay, so our ingredients are coarse sea salt, flour, butter, cold water. Okay, so start off with the puff pastry. We're gonna sieve the plain flour and the coarse sea salt. Starting off, okay. Okay, so for 200 grams flour, we need 200 grams butter. And so we cut it into small pieces, like... Okay. Trash this in the flour. Trash it, okay? Now you mix it.
It's not breaking with your fingers, breaking.
You crush the butter with the flour, and this kind of gets the flour together. No? Okay, so we keep breaking it until it doesn't break. Until we get kind of a product that is... Okay, so, continuing. I skipped the whole mixture part because it would take too much time. So, you have to keep mixing until you get something like a crumbly corn kind of thing, okay? So, and you get all your stuff in like a mountain. Yeah. So, and you mix it in and you make some space in between. Take a little water out of 200 ml exactly. Okay. And now you mix it. Okay. So you keep mixing it, and when required, add more water. This should create the dough. What's the dough? Let's get them together now. Divided them, and now we put them back together. That's the way it's meant to be. Gets a bit mucky. Okay, so finally, once you're completely done, your dough should look something like this. All together, and put it into a thin wrap. Put it in, cover it up, and put it into the fridge. Wait a minute. Okay, he does it, and done. Now you cover. So now I put the dough into the fridge. And okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take the dough out of the fridge and the shell after 20 minutes. Okay, so now after your dough is been in the fridge in a cling wrap for 20 minutes, now you put some flour on the, just flatten it out on this with a rolling pin.
It's getting flattened out.
Okay, so now we've flattened out the thing, so we should just cut the shape into a tart shape. So let's just use a pizza cutter preferably, because it comes better. It's been an old friend of our pastry over here. Yeah. Okay. Now, this pastry needs some, modifications. It will be a bit tough, not stable yet. And then we put this into an oven dish. Okay, so now I don't want this to puff inside this area, and so to prevent that, I can't prevent it. This has steam in it, so to remove the steam, just poke folks in this area so that it doesn't puff up in this area where the apple shall be. Keep going and keep going and keep going until it gets pretty impressively and you take the airs out and just feel it, and it feels good. So okay, so you don't want to waste the old lump you just left over, so just make another thing, like a round kind of ball, and don't have to use it, but you can use it later on for the second. I'm not going to be using this, I'm only going to be using this. This is our main thing. Now for this I want to use some of these apples which I have dipped in lemon juice so that they won't get bad. Okay, so first I'm using some cinnamon. I'll only put half a spoon. That should do the trick. Half a spoon exactly. Otherwise it'll ruin the whole taste. Now you put 1 spoon, 3 spoons actually, of this brown sugar. It enhances the taste. 2 should do the trick, 2.5. But it depends on how sweet you want it. Okay, and now you mix it. Okay, so now after you can see that this is all mixed, I think you can see this all mixed. So just take one slice at a time, and don't waste much time doing this because it's a bit big. Just keep going in a nice design. It'll look good, and it's a good presentation for your party or any stuff like that. Just make it look good. All project of foster camp. Okay, so now to give this little thing a little small sweetening taste, so I like sweet of course, just add a little honey. It will make it glossy and a good presentation as well. As you can see, I finished this is how it should look as the end product. You can just keep smearing it around. Don't put too much in everywhere, it'll become too sweet and just too glossy. It'll look plasticky. That will not look good. This process, yes, it does increase. I think you can see that it looks good now. Just smear some honey all around. Okay, so it depends on what type of oven you have. So in my oven, I put it up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 250 degrees Celsius. And now we move it up a notch over here, it's almost right. Okay, and then you move this, depends on what you have, over here. So there's kind of a cooling over that. Okay, so this is my final product after spending 15-20 minutes in the oven this little pastry has become this wonderful pastry. And so this is our final product. Work. Gluten proteins in wheat flour form molecular bonds with water, but thus changing shape. They gain the elasticity of dough. At the same time, starch, which is 70% of weight of the flour, also forms chemical bonds with water. The gluten and starch then interact with each other to make the dough tender while still giving it shape during the baking. Fats like butter shorten the bonds between flour and water. These shortened bonds weaken the chemical structure, which makes the dough more tender. In summary, the objective is to create enough gluten to give the strength and structure to the crust, but not so much to prevent it from becoming too hard when baked. The gluten can be controlled in several ways, including using flour with lower gluten and gliadin, limit the amount of water in the dough, control the water exposure to proteins.